All right. Welcome to Top Shelf Podcast. 2 weeks in a row. We're still here, I guess. We still doing it. Welcome back. I'm Alex Rodriguez. Got my main man, Emma Kane, again.
How's it going, everybody?
All right, and we got some special guests here. I'm gonna roll it first to my friend Nick Partapillo. He's just explain yourself here a little bit.
Hi, what's up? My name is Nick Partapillo. I'm a sports enthusiast, specifically college football.
lot of action.
Big fan of action. And I'm here to spread some knowledge.
Yeah, and usually for Top Shelf, we just do a lot of journalism majors. He's not a journalism major, folks. He just loves sports. So remember that. Your dreams come true one day.
Action.
Just action. We're gonna whisper that in there, and then we have the sports editor here from the Northern Star, Scott Nichols. How you doing, my man?
It's I'm good. It's actually Scott Nickel, but hey,
Nickel.
we'll let it go.
We'll let it go.
Let's drop the ball.
Literally dropping the ball. I should leave. I'm sorry about that. But you know what? Hey, glad to have you here. Let's get this party started. Let's start with some Maction, and talk about the NIU versus Toledo. It's coming on Wednesday, but it's not at Husky Stadium, folks. It's at I'm not going to say what I call it, but it's at Guaranteed Rate Field.
The rate. It's at the rate.
The rate. Yeah,
it's
we'll call it the rate.
It's at the rate.
That's the PG. That's the PG version of what I call it.
G-rate.
The G-rate. We're getting close there, but no, it's going to be a fun game. And I talked to a lot of football players. They don't like Toledo.
They don't.
They could care less about that bronze stock. They do not like Toledo, so it's always a fun time.
It's a big rivalry in the MAC.
It's a big rivalry.
Well, the West, until Western Michigan came around with PJ Fleck, it had literally always been between NIU and Toledo for the past almost decade now. Right. So,
but I expect our boys still to play well. Our boys are gonna go out there and kick some butt. Hopefully, got some MOTY action. Juan Young last week tearing it up. Finally, 5 touchdowns. So we're gonna come to play, and those sick black uniforms that we're gonna wear. What were you saying, Nick? Like it doesn't matter if we tank this whole season.
As long as we had cool uniforms for the Toledo game, I'd be happy.
And they gave us our wish. Thank you, God. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the game? Do you think we're gonna pull out a good home game? I mean, how many times have we won in a row? 6, 7?
Well, we've won 6 straight. Against Toledo, we've won 7 of the last 8, and the one we did lose was by 3 points back in, I believe, 2009. So we've kind of had their number. The continual trend that I've seen for the past at least few years is Toledo, on paper, has been better than NIU this season, the 2015 season, and the 2014 season. Yet, we always find a way to take them down. The trend for the past 2 games had been Toledo was in control, but they never were able to deal the knockout punch, and we just hung around, and we hung around, and we hung around, and then we just got it done at the end. Especially last year when we lost Hare and Lewis early on in the game. Graham stepped up, somehow, some way, got the win in Toledo while they were ranked, undefeated, and at home. So I'd say anything's possible in this game.
I mean, it's going to be up to MOTY here. I think MOTY needs to throw
definitely
the ball way more. He needs to be efficient. I mean, he's been an efficient passer for what he is, a wide receiver turned QB. So MOTY needs to step his game up. Joel needs to come back to life, which he did on Tuesday, but he needs to have another
Against
one of those
one of the worst defenses in the nation.
I mean, it's a better than chance to go at it, but like
True.
He needs to step up. I want to see Tommy Mister. I think he's my X factor of the game. Tommy Mister. Does anybody know who that is? That is a 3rd string quarterback for this Husky football team. He is a fast back.
What year is he?
He's, I think, a sophomore.
Okay, so we'll see him in the upcoming years.
We'll see, but I think to utilize his speed is what we're going to need to get past Toledo. And and on defensive side, we just need to stop Toledo's offense. Because they're always strong.
Well, Toledo's quarterback, Woodside, I mean, he's thrown for over 3,000 yards this year, 34 touchdowns. He's top 10 in the nation with yards. So, thankfully, we have Lurie back. Hopefully he can work some of that All-American magic. But, I mean, the defense forced a lot of turnovers against, what was it, 4 interceptions against Buffalo?
Yeah, 4.
They forced, I believe, 2 or 3 turnovers in general last week. The defense, the defensive backs need to be able to handle Toledo's wide receivers. And Kareem Hunt, always one of the best players in the MAC, not having a crazy season, but having a good season nonetheless. They got to win the battle up front of the line and not let Hunt get established, and then they can focus their pressure on Woodside and the rest of the Toledo receivers.
And in my opinion, the problem that we always have in the defensive side of the ball is the zone coverage.
Yeah.
The linebackers cannot cover the zone. The defensive backs leave the wide receivers wide open on a curl route all the time. It's always a 10, 13-yard gain every single time to throw the ball. And that's going to be a challenge. Can we stop those 10 to 13-yard good gains for Toledo? Because that can spark the offense real quickly. But if we're predicting this game, it has to be a high-scoring game. It hasn't been a low-scoring game since 2009, probably. It's been forever, so it has to be over. The spread's got to be wild.
Well, I'd say, the spread the past few years had been around 35, I believe, for the past two seasons. So I'd probably project something, not 35, my mistake, about 70.
Yeah,
70.
35 times 2.
Yeah, my mistake. But yeah, I would say the spread would probably be around, I would say somewhere around 70. I would projecting 30, 35 around for each team, especially if the offenses get rolling early.
What are you thinking, Emmett?
For
your prediction of this
for the game, I really think we can pull it out because just the scene or the setting, being in Chicago, I think those players they're gonna come to play. Being at the rate, on a Wednesday night, it's gonna be pumping.
I hope our alumni actually go to this game.
I think they will. The
130,000 Chicagoland alumni who this game is for.
Yeah, but okay, here's the problem with that. Our fans don't even go to a regular Huskies stadium football game. Do you really expect them to go to the guaranteed rate?
I don't, but I think the alumni, man, they'll be there.
The alumni, yeah, but the students, it's hard for them to get on a train or even drive because money. But
well, they have student buses, but there's only 3, and that can only fit 150 people total, and it costs $5 to get onto the bus. So,
and
you cannot
that's a downside.
And you cannot bring any beverages onto the bus.
No wonder no one.
Yeah, nobody's gonna go for that. But
brown bagging it.
But here's the thing. Okay, we win this game against Toledo. I think we brought it up last week. So what does that say about Rod Carey's job? Because if we keep winning and we have to face Eastern Michigan and Kent State by the end of the year, we keep winning. That man's gonna be safe because we go 6-6. We get a bowl game.
If we turn around this season, turn it around, and we make a bowl game and we win the bowl game, I'm gonna be extremely happy, but extremely sad because at the same time,
yeah, exactly.
That means Rod Carey gets another year.
Yeah, so
he gets his first bowl. He gets his first bowl win as a coach. He ups that postseason record, which is atrocious of his. And even though this season, at best we can be 7-6, awful compared to past years. I don't know.
Hey, I got an idea. Let's run another screen pass.
Oh, hey, read option. You got it. Or QB draw, but
it's not the read. It's the QB draw. Let's be honest.
The most vanilla offense in the world. That's the problem here. I want to see us destroy Toledo. At the same time, Rod Carey is an awful head coach. He's been an awful head coach. His postseason record is 1-4, I believe. Two losses in the MAC championship, and no. It's 1-5 or 1-6 because you have 3 bowl game losses.
4 bowl game losses.
4 bowl games.
Coach the Orange Bowl.
Yes, 1-6.
He's 1-6 in the postseason.
That is awful, my friends. Man, we're missing Dave Doran.
Hey, if NC State actually started falling apart, I would say give up everything to get Dave back here. But unfortunately, they're not. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Let's just get Jordan Lynch back here and be great again.
We just need to dish out. We should have dished out the money for PJ Fleck when we had the chance.
No, the real story behind PJ Fleck. This is what I've heard, at least. When we lost Dave Doran, we offered PJ Fleck the job, and it wasn't about money. PJ Fleck, being the baller that he was, said, "I don't want to go to a program that's good. I want to go to a program that's bad and make them good." And now look where he is with Western Michigan. This man is a monster.
And it's awesome that he's an NIU alum.
And it is awesome that he's an NIU alum.
But we just wish he was coaching here
yes.
and leading us to this promised land instead of this
spud.
But okay, let's take some predictions. Okay, so my score, I'll go last. Scott, go first.
Well, I didn't really get to elaborate on, but I think he's already safe. I think that losing Drew Hare was his scapegoat, and Ryan Graham came in and didn't really do much, so now he's on his 3rd quarterback. It's a scapegoat. I think no matter how the season goes, he's back coaching next season. Next year he will be on the real short leash. So, but as far as this year goes, I think he's safe. Now for this game, I agree with you guys. They're going to have to score. No first quarter, 0 points, getting down 21-3 after the first quarter. They need to put points on the board. But I think Maddie finds a way to kick KG the ball, and I think early and often, and just let him work his magic. And I'm going to go with a upset 34-28 NIU.
All right. All right, Emmett.
All right, so I'm thinking it's going to be back and forth the whole game. Touchdown, each side. And it's going to end up being NIU with a game-winning field goal. That's what I'm thinking. 38-35.
Okay. Nick?
All right, well, for them to win, they need to spread the ball around. We have a really good trio of rushers with Maddie as the quarterback, over 500 yards, I think 8 touchdowns. Bonneau with almost pushing 1,000 yards. And then Jordan Huff, too, our quick back. So we need to establish the run, take the pressure off Maddie in the passing game. And if we can do that and get off to a fast start, as you said, we've been awful in the first quarter. Looking at the stats right now, we get outscored in the first quarter by 35 points this season so far. We come to life in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. I know in recent history, NIU had always been a second-half team, but we can't fall behind early. If you're playing from behind against a team that, on paper, is far better, your chances are very slim. But I do think, just because it's Toledo, and somehow, some way, we always find a way to win, no matter how much better they are, no matter how many quarterbacks were down, how many star wide receivers were down, no matter where it is, I think we somehow find a way to win, and I think we win it 31-28.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say this. I was only off by 3 points last week. Just want to say I picked 48-20.
Okay. You were also there not watching the Cubs game, so.
Oof.
Hey.
Who's the
I helped the Husky Marching Band promote the HMB.
All right.
Yeah, I promoted something. But anyways, I'm just gonna say this. For me, I want my boys to win. But in order for Rod Carey to get his you-know-what out of here, I had to predict us to lose this game. Do I think we're going to lose? No. But for the sake of my sanity and for the sake of this program, we need to lose. So, I'm not rooting for Toledo by any means necessary, but for Rod Carey's future to not be in a NIU, be NIU's coach, 35-21 Toledo Rockets.
All right.
Okay.
But we were talking about PJ. Let's go to Western. Let's talk about Western, and to move on to that segment, the AP and playoff polls. The first playoff poll did come out last Tuesday, and Western Michigan, they're 23 in the nation. They were 17 in the AP poll, so they went down technically 6 spots. But they're still there. They're still, I think, the highest ranked non-Big Five conference.
You are
team
correct
right now. So, in my opinion, they should still be in that New Year's Eve Six Bowl. Is it not?
Well, as we learned when NIU was picked to go to the Orange Bowl a few years ago, everyone in the country kind of hates the MAC just because, we're small.
So the smallest division in major college sports, right?
I mean,
maybe
Sunbelt, Conference
Sunbelt.
USA.
Okay.
No, I think Sunbelt's bigger.
Bigger in what regards?
I think bigger with more teams.
Oh, with more teams. I'm talking about.
Size of our players?
Not size of our cover, but as programs and stuff like that. We're obviously one of the smaller ones, but I mean, Boise State. Yes, Boise State lost to Wyoming, so I guess that makes that first triple overtime loss feel a little less brutal. But everyone loves Boise State, and everyone hates the MAC, unless you're in the MAC. So unfortunately, part of me would love to see another MAC team make a New Year's Six Bowl. It'd be great for the conference. But another part of me, the petty NIU fan, says I never want any other team to make it besides our own Orange Bowl team. But if we're looking at it on paper, if Boise State wins out and wins the Mountain West, I would be very, very surprised to see the committee actually be able to give it to Western Michigan. Not saying they wouldn't deserve it. As if Western Michigan were to go undefeated and win the MAC, I just don't see the committee giving that to them over Boise State simply because of the name and the power that Boise State's bring because of who they are against who Western Michigan is.
Do they play a championship game?
Conference Mountain West?
Yes,
they do.
Yes.
Okay.
They would probably play San Diego State.
They would play San Diego State,
who
Which would be
have
a
possibly the
fantastic
best running
game.
back in the country.
Yes.
Right. Donnell Pumphrey.
Mm-hmm.
He is
He's number 5.
We saw him in
Yeah,
the
fifth
SEC.
in the Heisman.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was
a monster.
What he put 240 yards on us,
Something like that.
which is
Something
what we're
ridiculous.
averaging.
But I think it's Western Michigan's New Year's Eve Six Bowl to lose because they are 9-0 right now.
They are.
I'm modest 9-0, but if they go out win the next 4 games, including the MAC championship, they should get that bowl game. There is no way, no hate for the MAC. If they hated the MAC so much, they wouldn't have put NAU into that BCS bowl game 4 years ago. So there's enough hate regardless of that fact, Kirk Herbstreit isn't going to... And I bet you this, Kirk isn't going to hate Western Michigan as much as he hated NIU.
Fair. Boy, did he hate it.
Boy, did he hate NIU. And we made the shirts to prove it. And Western Michigan has
I'm
some...
sorry we're not the SEC, but yeah.
Or the Big Ten or
Yeah.
anything. But it's just one of those things. Western Michigan, on paper, they have more NFL-ready players. Corey Davis, who's probably going to win the MAC Player of the Year.
True.
Zach Terrell, who's
Haven't
maybe
even-
get drafted, maybe picked up a
Undrafted free agent,
undrafted free agent. Who knows? They have more NFL-ready players on that team, and they have 2 studs at running back. One from my high school alum, Jorvion. Way to go, buddy. But it's one of those things. They have a better and PJ Fleck. That's what's keeping this program so not dominant, so relevant in ESPN and all nationally. PJ Fleck is a stud. He's a young guy who's energetic, who can give you some good sound bites, who gives you some good post-game images. The man gives you footage that ESPN, Fox Sports wants to get. So that's why there'll probably be not as much hate. There'll be a little hate because Mac, but not as much hate if they get in the New Year's Six Bowl, which is there to lose. There's no way Boise State, regardless if they win the Mount West, they have 1 loss. They lost to Wyoming. That's a good loss.
Wyoming
is
is only 2 losses this year.
which is
Granted,
surprising.
one of them was to Eastern Michigan. Wyoming is receiving votes in the AP poll right now, though.
Okay, I'm going to say this. Wyoming has more wins. No, I'm going to put this. Eastern Michigan has more wins than Michigan State.
That's horrible. That's horrifying.
I'm saying that right now. They're 0-6 in the Big Ten. Michigan State is. And Eastern Michigan has more wins than them. How? If you were going to tell me by this year that Eastern Michigan is going to have more wins than Michigan State, you would call me crazy. But that program this year was awful. They lost a close game at U of I. U of I, are you kidding me? U of I is just pitiful. U of I has not been good ever since Juice Williams back in 2005. That is an awful loss. A terrible, terrible, terrible loss. You can't do that. Your program is just too good for that. They're too good. It's just pitiful.
This is true. But back on the topic of Western Michigan.
Sorry.
This is assuming they go undefeated. They still have to play Toledo as well. And Toledo knows all too well about what it's like to be in control of everything and then to go play Western Michigan at home, have it all in front of you, and then lose, and then you're not in the MAC championship. Happened to them last year. After our loss to Ohio, all they had to do was beat Western Michigan at home, and they couldn't do it. All Western Michigan's going to have to do is win out in that last game of the season against Toledo in Kalamazoo. I bet Toledo would love to do it to them just as the Western Michigan did it to Toledo last year.
Yeah, but Toledo,
It wouldn't take them out of the MAC championship, but it would sure take them out of the New Year's Six Bowl.
Toledo is the Dallas Cowboys of the NCAA. They're actually waiting to happen. They're either going to lose to NIU, and that's going to be their season, or they're going to lose to Western at the end of the year. Toledo is not going to make the MAC championship. They never will. It's just an accident waiting to happen.
Hey, if we beat Toledo, we'll be tied in conference with them. So
Oh, stop it. We're not going to the MAC championship. Stop it.
there's a chance.
There is a chance.
There's a
Hold it.
chance.
There's a
You
chance.
just say there's a chance. Okay,
We
the
need-
Cubs already won the World Series, which we'll talk about later, but come on. No, that's not gonna happen. Hell has to freeze over for NIU to get in the MAC championship.
For the 7th straight year.
For the 7th straight year. It's not going to happen. Sorry, boys. But let's talk more about the AP poll and more about the playoff poll now. Let's talk more about the AP poll because the new playoff poll will come out tomorrow. Let me tell you something. Let me discuss this. Okay, top 6: Alabama, Michigan, Clemson, Washington, Louisville, Ohio State.
100% agree.
100%.
I think that's perfect.
Perfect.
You think Washington's a little high?
No, not
No,
at all.
no.
You don't think Washington deserves a jump above Clemson?
No. Pac-12 is awful. So Pac-12 is awful, but they are undefeated and deserve a playoff spot. So let's go to 7 through 10 though.
Oh God.
Let's do 7 to 10. I'm sorry, folks. Why is a Wisconsin Badger team, a 2-loss Wisconsin Badger team,
2-loss Auburn.
2-loss Auburn, 2-loss Oklahoma?
They just love the Big Ten this year.
What is the Big Ten? Why is it
The
like
Big Ten's
that?
good this year.
The Big Ten's good this year,
The Big Ten's
but
the best conference in college football.
No.
it's not.
The SEC.
No, that's also not true.
No, SEC is
Oh,
great.
ACC. Okay, ACC.
The ACC is
Well,
the
no,
better conference.
No, they're
this year.
top heavy.
Each
They're top. That's a good thing.
That's
They're top.
the
heavy.
ACC, the Big 12, and not the Big 12. My God, the ACC, the SEC, and the Big 10 each have 2 to 3-ish playoff contenders. I mean, you can say every conference is top heavy. The ACC has Boston College in it, but then the Big Ten has Rutgers in it. But then the SEC has Vanderbilt in it. Like, of course they're going to be top heavy. Each of those conferences, Pac-12, their only shot is Washington. That conference has fallen apart thanks to the fall of Oregon and Stanford. Big 12, good lord, you even want to talk about that.
What are you going to mention the Big 12? I'm sorry.
I'm surprised.
I mean, thank you for, I guess,
I'm happy-
Oklahoma and West Virginia, but wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
but the Big Ten, the SEC, and the ACC each have 2 to 3 real playoff contenders. You know, Clemson, Louisville, Ohio State, Michigan, Bama, Auburn. I think maybe Auburn's on a roll right now. They're 6 straight.
Auburn's beating Bama in the Iron Bowl, just saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If they beat Bama, they will.
Oh, they'd go to the SEC championship
yeah.
game, and then if they would win, they'd go to the playoffs.
They'll go to the playoffs.
But keep going there.
But yeah, each of those conferences has a few real playoff contenders. So, I mean, it's just hard for me to ever think any conference is better than the SEC, even though it's only one team. Alabama is just too good. I mean, yes, that game against LSU was kind of scary, but that proved, I mean, their defense gave up 0 points. Granted, they only scored 10, but if you can give up 0 points to a top 15, granted, in my opinion, not deserving top 15 team at LSU. I love LSU, but no, it's still impressive.
Coach O, like Coach O.
I want Les Miles to coach on IU. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, with that $750,000 contract that he'll get, that's a pay cut.
Oh, man.
But anyway, with the rest of the top 10, I mean top 10: Wisconsin, Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. These are all 7-2 teams. Now Wisconsin, their 2 losses were quality losses to Ohio State and Michigan. So I was hating on Wisconsin a little bit earlier in the season, but I guess I wouldn't say 7. I think they deserve it. Auburn, 6 in a row. They're rolling. I definitely agree with that.
And only lost to Clemson at the beginning of the year in a very close game.
In a very good close game.
So that's a quality loss.
It was a home game for Auburn.
It was a home game for Auburn.
Yeah.
But
That's still a good loss.
Right.
Oklahoma, I mean, they've gotten it together again after the pounding from Ohio State and then from Houston. But again, unfortunately for them, the Big 12, saying you go undefeated in the Big 12 doesn't really count for anything anymore. Texas A&M, I was really hot on the Aggies. I thought they were definitely the best one-loss team in the country with their loss to Bama. I believe they lost by 14, so that's a respectable loss in my opinion. But then this week against Mississippi State, that's bad.
I mean, they lost what's his name in the first quarter. What's his name? Their starting quarterback.
They lost tonight.
Yeah, they lost Knight in the Knight in the first quarter. That's what did it for them.
But at the same time, you're a top 10 team,
Right.
4th in the playoff poll,
Right.
and you can't beat Mississippi State. Mississippi State.
Ohio State lost their quarterback a couple
And
years
they won the
ago.
national championship.
That's right.
And they had their 3rd-string quarterback win the national championship.
But if we're gonna go like a little bit further, let's just read off so we get some time going. West Virginia 11, Penn State at 12. Man, the Big Ten. Utah at 13. Western Michigan at 14. Woohoo! Action. North Carolina at 15. Colorado at 16.
They're having a heck of a season. hot on the Buffalo.
Oklahoma State
Colorado,
at
that's-
17. Virginia Tech at 18. LSU at 19. Florida State at 20. Nebraska at 21. Florida at 22. Washington State 23. Boise State at 24. And Baylor rounds out the top 25. Now, I'm going to say this before we go to break. 3-loss teams should not be in the top 25. I'm sorry. LSU, no. No. Florida State, 3-loss team. No. There's no way if you're a 3-loss team that you should be in the top 25. There are better teams that should be receiving votes, not South Carolina. But Arkansas, they just trounced Florida, man.
That was brutal.
That was brutal. Top 10 team,
Florida's-
and they didn't make it?
Kentucky's about to win the SEC East.
San Diego State, who's been trouncing everybody.
What's lesson they did to that? Who knows?
San Diego State, who's been trouncing everybody since that one loss? Come on. I mean, why is Troy... I haven't followed Troy, so I don't really know much about Troy, so I'm not going to talk about them and disrespect them. But, I mean, Navy's in the conversation. Minnesota's in the conversation for votes, so... I don't know.
Minnesota.
How about that? There's 4 teams that are in the top 25 or have votes that we have lost to, or the Huskies have lost to this year.
Really?
Wyoming,
Wow.
Mr. Michigan, San Diego State, Is USF still receiving votes? And
Oh
USF?
no, I'm sorry. It's just 3.
Undefeated Western Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, USF is receiving
USF is.
votes. So 4 teams, and that's another. At the end of the year, if these teams end up top 25,
Rod Carey says, "Hey, we only lost 2 games to not top 25 opponents.
right?
After we're down to our third quarterback, who used to be a wide receiver. I could see how that argument might play out.
Just give Emmett your parking spot already.
Just give it to me, please.
All right. Well, we're not going to break right away. We're just gonna first we're gonna say who's hot and who's not with Emmett Kane. So
We're gonna do some NCAA football. Who's hot and who's not. So who's hot? We got Oklahoma State quarterback Mason Rudolph. He had a great game against Kansas State. He threw for 457 yards and 5 touchdowns. The 18th ranked Cowboys improved to 7-2. And then we got Donta Foreman of the Longhorns, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns. They beat Texas Tech, 45-37. And Western Michigan, we've been talking about them all show long. Corey Davis, maybe the MAC Player of the Year.
MAC
right?
Player of the Year.
Yeah.
MAC
Oh,
Player
yeah,
of the
yeah.
Year. 272 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns against Ball State. Oof. And Western Michigan, I mean, they're going to beat Kent State this week anyways, but they will do it. Kent State will do it without Nate Holley. He just got suspended.
Oh,
What?
I was reading about
Yeah,
that. Actually,
this
yeah.
is breaking news. He just got suspended.
For what?
I did not say.
Oh,
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it, but
probably, he probably's not passing his classes.
that could be it. That could be
That's
it.
a rash.
All right. Well, but is
We
that
got some who's not, man.
I'm cutting you off.
We just talked about who's hot. We're
Where's
going to talk
Joel?
about who's not.
Where's Joel?
Who?
Come on.
Come on, go.
Okay.
No,
Who's not?
Joel Bonyan. Or,
Oh,
Yeah,
Bonyan?
you're right. Where's Joel?
5 touchdown performance?
All MAC offensive.
Come on.
MAC
We got-
offensive.
come on,
we got
no,
other
no,
stuff.
wait.
We got other
Offensive
stuff.
player of the
We
week.
got other stuff. We got other stuff.
Oh,
Who's not? And that was on Tuesday. That was irrelevant. That's
No,
irrelevant. That's
Look at this
irrelevant.
video, it was
Oh, come
irrelevant.
on. Come on. All right, who's not? 10th ranked Nebraska.
Oh,
Um,
God. Nebraska.
I mean, they only scored a field goal against Ohio State. You're ranked 10th and you can't score more than a field goal? Come on. Urban Meyer's going to sleep well this week. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but Bowling Green is the worst team in all of college football, so.
And then, I mean, we're talking about Baylor.
Ran for 5 touchdowns.
Oh, Baylor.
We talked about Baylor. I mean, 17th ranked, 62-22 lost to TCU.
That's brutal.
Oh man.
They just couldn't get the running game going.
Boy.
And then LSU, just overall, couldn't score against Bama. I mean, it is Bama. Bama, best team in the league, but still. And Coach O, I mean, not a good week for Coach O. Coach O. Oh, Coach O.
I think he's actually done a pretty good
Go
job.
Tigers.
This,
Oh, really?
Well, considering what he got from Les Miles, I think he will have a chance to coach LSU next year. If they had beaten Bama this year, I would have bet anything on it. But, I mean, again, a loss is a loss, but I would say not scoring anything kind of sucks. But a 10-point loss isn't awful. And he's been doing – this was his first loss, right? After taking
I
over
think
LSU.
so, yeah, because
Maybe,
they were
yeah.
at 2 and
Yeah, they were
LSU
two-
went
they
2
were
and
2.
2.
So, they were at 2-2 when
And
Les
then-
Miles left, and now they're at 5-3. So he's not setting the world on fire, but I mean, LSU will probably finish the year ranked, or at least pushing the top 25.
Right.
They'll probably get a decent bowl. Who knows if they'll win or not, but I think he's doing an okay job down there in Baton Rouge.
All right. Well, when we come back, guys, from a break, we got some women's soccer. Guys, they were in the finals.
They were.
Let's recap what happened against Kent State in Kent State. And we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Top Shelf Podcast. We're back. We're -1, but we gained 1 back. I just want to Nick Perpillo, he gone. And the 7 up to the plate. Eric Martin's.
You Hawk Harrelson or something?
Right.
Come on. Mercy.
Well, up to the plate now is Eric Martin. He's also a journalism major here at NIU. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing pretty good today.
You doing good?
Pretty happy about Chicago sports recently. Honestly, Chicago sports are doing really well.
We're doing really well, but let's stick with NIU for right now and just talk about the ladies. Hey, ladies! You made it to the women's soccer final on Sunday. Who would have thought the 8th seed? It happened.
The George Mason of NIU Athletics.
The Georgia. Well,
And we know here, after not scoring a goal in the last month of their season,
Right.
not scoring 1 goal,
Yep.
And they won 2 straight games.
Lost or drew
They came-
last 7 matches.
They came back against, who did they face? Not Central.
Ball State was in the
Ball
first
State,
round.
no,
State.
the semifinal.
Western Michigan, I believe.
Okay, so they scored 3 unanswered goals to win because they were down 1-0 at half.
Mm-hmm.
That's unbelievable. That's a great job, ladies. Great job. Well, unfortunately, they lost on Sunday 1-0 in the 86th minute. Kent State scored, and they won on their home turf to become MAC champions of women's soccer. So congratulations
Congrats.
to Kent State.
Great state or great
job,
great year
women's
for
girls.
them.
Great state.
Good job.
Not state.
Yeah,
Great year for them. Great year for them.
Yeah.
Good job,
Ended up
NIU.
being a pretty good year.
Yeah,
Good job, NIU.
but great job, NIU.
Yeah.
That is a good
Great
run.
job, ladies.
You guys should be very proud of yourselves. I just want to commemorate some all tournament members. We got some Mackenzie Lee going on, Allie Ingman, and Alex Elias. Don't shoot me on the name. Sorry if I messed them up, but we got 3 NIU Huskies on that list. So they had really good tournaments. Just very proud of that program. Hopefully it propels them for next year. Hopefully we get some good soccer. And then I'm going to put a tidbit, since we're on soccer, to the men's soccer team. It was senior night Saturday. We're coming in ranked West Virginia team. They won. Somehow. They could have scored 2 months. We talked about the women's not scoring in a month. They could have scored for 2 months. And they beat a ranked West Virginia team in DeKalb on senior night. That's even more unbelievable than making it to making it as far for the ladies. That's an unbelievable. Good job, Richard. I know we had him on Top Shelf Sports. Good job for you. Good job by the men's. Same good season. Well, okay season, and prepare yourselves for next year, guys. Prepare yourselves. We got better days coming along. Good job all around. But we're gonna preview some MAC basketball. It's basketball season, folks. I was there Saturday for the exhibition game for the women's against Lakeview.
Woo!
We won that game, by the way. It was 112-57, I believe. We won that game. Obviously, Lakeview, I think, is D3.
Is that the Huskies versus the Muskies?
The Muskies. Yeah.
The Muskies.
Yeah, they're Lakeview Muskies.
Oh
The
god.
Lakeview.
But
What a mascot.
But Allie Lehman and the Huskies looking to improve on their season, as well as the men's. The men's are a contender, guys, this year for the MAC West, and not just the MAC West, but the MAC Championship. Obviously, the favorite right now, odds-on favorite, is Akron. Akron's always on there, and then Buffalo, who are, I believe, the reigning champs 2 years in a row. Quote me on that. I believe they won 2 years in a row, right?
Sure.
We'll go with you.
We're gonna go with that.
We'll go with that.
Buffalo try to get a three-peat, and Akron, they look dominant. They had some clips from their slam dunk contest they were doing. They look like a huge threat, but we're not here to talk about them.
Slam dunk contest.
Yeah, it is slam dunk contest.
Oh.
So yeah, because they do have like that March Madness thing going on, or
that's
Fall
gonna be
Madness
fun.
thing.
That's
So,
gonna be fun, I guess.
but
you know.
the Huskies, they have a favorable out-of-conference schedule. I mean, they play Roosevelt coming next week, and Indiana State twice. I know we faced Minnesota at Minnesota this year.
Well, let's get some wins then.
We're gonna get some wins. I mean, our out-of-conference schedule is never like the biggest problem. We face Illinois of Springfield. Yeah.
Well, we haven't always been the sexiest team, out of conference team to play.
Yeah.
So.
We're not Kentucky, man.
Nobody can beat Kentucky. Did you see that? Like Saturday, had
the
million
Midnight
people.
Madness.
Yeah, they have millions of people going to that stadium. You can't even get a ticket if you're like an actual student there.
Yeah.
It's all buy
Yeah.
tickets. It's unbelievable. I want to go to Rupp Arena, but
Right.
Some college football is like that. If you're a student, you have to get season tickets right away.
Yeah.
Someone else will grab them.
Yeah, definitely at Michigan.
Mhm.
but we got some players here at NIU. We are serious contenders to get to not just to Cleveland, but make it far, not just to one game.
Yeah, a lot of returning starters.
A lot of returning stars. Got Eric comeback senior year.
A lot of seniors, right?
Yeah.
A lot of seniors.
Levi Bradley's back. Although,
Eric
is he still
Armstead.
hurt? Levi Bradley?
I think he may be still hurt.
Because I know he got hurt early.
We got what's the freshman's name? He's going to be on the bench, but he was a top 3 Michigan player coming out of Michigan. Top 3 player coming out of Michigan. The state of Michigan.
When's the last time we've had a top recruit like that?
Exactly. and he came from, I believe, community college to come here.
Okay.
So it's unbelievable, and I think he's a freshman still, technically. I don't know. He's coming off the bench, folks, and he was averaging 28 and 15. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
15
we have
assists, 15 boards or 15
15 boards.
Okay.
15 boards.
Wow.
That's insane. He's, I believe, like 6'7", 6'5" to 6'7". He's huge. He's a LeBron James of the Mac? No, I can't.
Oh, that's
Of
right.
the Mac, maybe.
I
Of
mean,
He's a
the
center,
Mac.
right? He's a center, right?
No, he's a strong. I think.
Is he a 4?
I think he's,
No, because Merrick's their center.
No, Merrick's our center, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
got
He's
to
gotta
be
be the
small.
4.
He's got to. No, I think he's a small because Levi's got to be the starting 4. If he's not injured, he's got to be the starting 4.
Think so?
Yeah, Levi did really well off the bench last year for us, especially in the tournament.
Oh, he was down,
was
especially
We'll
against
beat
Western.
the Mac teams easily. We'll beat the Mac teams easily.
I don't know about that. Our Mac's
Easily. You heard it there first.
Put it on
Right here
paper.
first.
No,
Right here first.
I think it's gonna be tough going in the MAC, but we'll be over 20 wins. We're gonna have a good season. It's gonna be one of those flip-floppy years. Football hasn't been great this year, but basketball might be a return of basketball here in DeKalb, and that's exciting. I want to see fans at the Combo Center.
No more corn.
Record. No more corn.
No
But-
more corn in DeKalb basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my God, please pack the Combo Center this year. Please go to see your Huskies. I want to see the top, not just like, you know how if you go to Combo Center and you go to a basketball game and only the front is open, like the bottom section, and then the top.
Yeah.
I want to see people actually going.
We
Because
need
it's
to
it's
pack-
Let's
this
see
is
the whole stadium.
Yeah.
or at least like half. You could do half for me. Can
We
like
have a
Then you
dope
do some
floor.
kind of promotion, you know? Like
what the World Series? The World Series championship is gonna be there in every game.
Like,
They'll get people
like-
there.
Yeah, I think that would put seats or people in the seats.
Yeah.
You know what would create more chaos in DeKalb?
What?
If you go to every men's football or every men's basketball game at the Convo, you get free chicken at Popeyes.
Oh.
The newly opened Popeyes here in DeKalb.
Ooh.
That could.
So wait. How about this? 100 points, free chicken.
Oh, that would definitely bring
a little
people to the
bulls, bring in like
Yeah.
a little kind of bulls type.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean,
take one from the bulls.
We have the same uniforms as the Bulls,
Right.
so why
Pretty
not?
much we do.
We do.
We might as
do
well.
the same
It's the
let's
same
just-
uniforms.
let's
Let's just.
hey.
I'm gonna pitch it. Let's
Yeah.
pitch it. To
Do it.
Combo. Let's
Do
do
it.
it. Free chicken at 100 points. Come on, do
Come
it.
on, Popeyes, we need you to pull through with this.
As if Popeyes isn't busy enough here. Oh, just make it even busier.
Yeah, but Marin, we're talking about the seniors. Marin's coming back. He's gonna have a down year. Probably be a MAC player.
He was named preseason All MAC.
All MAC. Who else was named preseason All MAC?
I don't think anybody from.
I thought Eric was.
I only.
Oh, I'm
Scott
thinking of Allie. I'm thinking of Allie on the women's side.
Yeah.
Allie Lehman is preseason All
Yep.
MAC. Good for her. Man, she can shoot. I saw the exhibition game. She is a monster. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good year for basketball.
Yeah.
Women looking bright. Hopefully they can get into Cleveland, and men, you gotta contend. Gotta give us some life, some sports other than volleyball. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Men
year
don't play
for,
volleyball here.
Well, I know men don't play volleyball here, but I'm just saying volleyball.
We need a good sport
Other than
women's
football.
volleyball.
Yeah.
Other than women's volleyball.
Yeah,
Right.
we can't even say women's though, can we?
No,
It's
you
just
can just say
volleyball.
volleyball.
It's just
Which,
volleyball
I
here.
mean, third straight
Isn't
MAC
it
title.
I mean, we asked this question before. Is there other volleyball? Is there men's volleyball in college, in the collegiate level?
Yep.
There
Yes.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Lewis University in Romeoville is like top 5 every year.
Really?
Yeah. They're
Oh.
they
Yeah,
are
Ohio State.
they're-
Ohio State's like the number one.
yeah,
like,
they
one
play
of the
Ohio
best teams
Yeah,
in
more
football.
bigger schools have them.
They play Ohio State, or
Oh.
Lewis played Ohio State. I went to Joliet Junior College, and my roommates
Okay.
went to Lewis, and that was like their football like NIU's football was Lewis's volleyball.
Oh.
Drake University, their big thing is volleyball also.
Oh. Well, something I learned. You learn something new every day. I just learned that there's men's volleyball.
And I do believe we
sports.
have men's volleyball here, but it's in a club. It's just a club form. So
Like the hockey team?
just like that, yes.
Our hockey team's good though.
Yeah.
D2, D3, they're both good.
They're both good. I just know the D2 team's really, really good.
I thought the D3 the past couple years have been good. But we're getting excited off track. even though I want the hockey team, I'll talk about that in
Let's
past
see what
next
the hockey
shows.
team does. They've started.
But basketball, MAC wise, we know it's gonna be Akron, hopefully us, maybe Toledo, maybe Kent State, in Buffalo trying to get a 3-peat. But let's talk on a bigger picture. I mean, obviously we got Kentucky. Who's gonna uncrown Kentucky? Let's be real here.
Michigan State.
Michigan? You think Michigan State?
I think this.
Valentine's done.
I think everything I've heard this year, I mean, this is all speculation, but everything I've read has pointed to this being Tom Izzo's best team ever. And you can never rule out Izzo come March. So Kentucky, they are dominant, but how many times can Calipari go, one and done and keep redoing it?
I think as long as he's coaching there.
Rebooting the system.
As long as
he's the best recruiter in the nation, hands down. But I don't even think he's a top 5 coach.
What?
I think he's the best recruiter in the nation. I don't think he's a top 5 coach.
You don't think John Calipari is a top 5 coach in college basketball?
All right, maybe 5, but I don't.
5 at 5? Not top 2?
No.
Or even like top okay. I can say Tom Izzo probably 2, and then Calipari at 3.
Smart.
What? No. You're telling me Calipari is not top 3. You can't even give me top 3 with Izzo and oh my god, Coach K.
Yeah.
You can't even give me that.
Krzyzewski?
Coach K.
Coach
You
K.
say?
I don't know, man.
Come on.
I just don't. I mean, what he does with freshmen is incredible, but so I guess that's testament to him.
They just leave right away.
He just, I mean,
Yeah.
we've never been able to
If they stay
see
till
how.
senior year, that's like a sophomore, junior, and senior year championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With all of them that they've got. Anthony Davis, John Wall,
DeMarcus
Cousins.
Right.
Like all on the same team.
Those would have all been, if they would have all
Wow.
stayed, they would have been on the same team.
That would have been. That was a dream team waiting to happen. It's unfair.
Unfortunately,
Against
that's not
college-
the way NCAA basketball works.
No.
I hate the
That's that's a whole nother topic I could go for years on. The one I was going on it a rant on it earlier.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now. Okay, so at least the top 5, we'll go over that. So Duke's number 1.
Of course.
Kentucky at 2. Kansas at 3.
Yeah.
Kansas, honestly. No,
Which one's Kansas?
Kansas is they're that one team. They're gonna win the Big 12.
Josh Jackson.
Well,
And then-
Texas,
and then-
Texas is getting better and better every year. Watch out for
Shaka?
Texas again.
Shaka.
Shaka. They're at
deal.
21 right now.
That he's a top 5 coach.
He's he's a top 10 coach. I don't think Shaka's top 5. But then you have
He'd be
Villanova.
top 5 if he
Villanova
would have gone to
always
Illinois.
Then you have the reigning champion
Yeah, that's
Villanova
what I just said. Villanova, like
at 4.
They always
and then
sneak in there,
Oregon at 5.
That was my shocker. I had no idea that. I mean, I knew they were good, but I had
Pac-12
no.
so bad. The thing is, the Pac-12, both in football and basketball, are so
Michigan.
bad.
Didn't Michigan make a run last year? Something basketball?
Yeah,
They've been good the last couple years. They kind of teetered last year. They had a lot of injuries. Their star scorer Chris Levert was out.
I
most
think
of
they
the
were good
year.
at the beginning, then in the tournament they just.
Well, yeah, because they had a couple injuries that just
Yeah.
kind of deflated them.
But that rounds at least the top 5. Then you got usual
Wisconsin.
suspect. North Carolina at 6, Xavier at 7, Virginia at 8, Wisconsin. There you go at 9.
Yeah.
Arizona at 10.
So your prototypical top 10.
Arizona at
All the
sorry,
top
I said
teams from
Arizona
last
already.
year.
Indiana at 11, which
No.
they're never gonna.
No.
I think Indiana is just cursed.
I hate Tom Crane.
I don't like Tom. I really don't like Tom
He
Crane.
blocked me on Twitter.
I don't like
What? Wait a minute. He blocked you on Twitter for what? What did you say to him?
Oh man, a lot.
Something you can't repeat on this air. can you?
No, probably not.
Oh, boy.
I'm not afraid of Crane either. I think he's very overrated. I think his classes are overrated. They're not that good of a Well, they're a great program, but they're always just an overrated basketball team that doesn't do much, anyways. And the bigger Kings and the Big Ten are just going to take over.
Yeah.
Just
Who are
don't
the
like
bigger
it.
Kings for you?
Well, you said Michigan State, but Michigan State's not even there. Michigan State's 12. They're behind Indiana.
Hey,
With
Tom
supposedly dominant class.
Tom Izzo. No, I didn't say class. I said the best team overall that he's had. And that's all preseason stuff I've read. But Tom Izzo's better when he's underrated. He's one of his team. Whenever he's 1 or 2 or 1 to 3 seed, he gets knocked out early. And now that's not factual. I don't know how true that is. But when he's a 5, 6, 7 team, I swear every time he makes a deep run.
They do make it. They
won the championship as a 7 seed a couple years with Draymond or whatever. When Draymond was there, his senior.
Oh yeah,
year.
that's
They
right.
were like the 5 or 6 seed.
That
year.
Thibodeau should have
Yeah,
drafted
they
him.
were.
I mean, Thibodeau wanted.
Thibodeau
Okay, we're not even
yeah.
going to that bull discussion. I could go all day
Tom
about how
Thibodeau.
Gar and Pax.
Sorry, I just had to defend
Wait,
the
did
Spartans.
they end up being the next one?
What's that?
Bulls next?
I didn't see
Oh
that.
no. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Derrick Rose's return to the UC
But
I mean, it wasn't what I expected.
But
later on.
Louisville's at 13. Gonzaga's
Always
at
good.
14. Gonzaga's always top 15,
I
even
hate
though in
them.
that good old West WCC, what's that coast? Western something conference, whatever.
Yeah.
Western Mountain
Purdue's
Conference.
at 15.
What?
UCLA 16. St. Mary's 17. Connecticut at 18. The Qs, the Orange at 19. West Virginia at 20. The Longhorns hook 'em at 21. Creighton.
My team this year.
Creighton at 22.
Yeah.
Rhode Island at 23.
Oh, no,
Iowa
that
State at
one.
24 and Maryland at 25. Creighton and Rhode Island. When's the last time you, other than Dougie McBuckets,
Right.
have Creighton and Rhode Island been relatively even close to top 25?
I wasn't even thinking about Rhode Island in the first place. Just
Yeah, Rhode
I
Island.
mean, throw out Creighton. Yeah. When is the last time Rhode Island I didn't even know they had
Yeah,
school.
they're
Yeah,
in
no,
the-
that's the first time I heard
That's
of
a
them.
thing.
They're-
I didn't know
they're
that's a
the-
thing.
We'll
I was
see
letting
how
you
they
know,
come
Rhode
out.
Island's in the A10. They're in the A10. That's what UMass, by the way, old MAC
Rhode
team.
Island
Okay.
lobsters.
Are they the Roadsters?
I said lobsters.
Oh, lobsters? They can be lobsters. What if we're right now? We'll just call them the Rhode Island Lobsters. But other teams receiving votes. I'm just going down the list, guys. We got Cincinnati, Dayton, Florida State. I don't think Florida State's gonna be that good this year. They're always overachievers. San Diego State. Just gonna go on some teams that I don't even think should receive votes, but hey, they're here. Mississippi State. The SEC, other than Kentucky, is irrelevant. Oklahoma, Colorado. There's Michigan. We talked about them before. Monmouth. Remember they had the Monmouth. They had the good old celebrations on the bench last
Yeah.
year. They were going nuts. They're receiving votes. Notre Dame, Washington, Seton Hall, Princeton, Ohio, not Akron or NIU. Ohio Bobcats are receiving votes.
Jeez.
Vanderbilt and
Okay.
Harvard. So why is Ohio receiving votes other than Akron? Akron's going to dominate the East. I can see the appeal. Ohio's always been a tournament team, but I don't think they're going anywhere this year. I don't know.
Nah.
I
But
don't know.
The staying put.
but that rounds up
Forgot
to 20.
about
That rounds about the 25 for men's basketball. And I don't know. Should be an interesting year. At least
Yeah.
we got some basketball to.
Preseason rankings are always tough, though. You know, it's until conference play starts. I think is when the first rankings should come out, but it's to sell.
But here's
It's
the thing,
to market.
though. College basketball, they have some good
It's a
out of
story.
conference
Yeah.
teams. They have that
No, the ACC Big Ten Challenge, the
always-
Carrier Classic with like Michigan State, Kansas, Kentucky.
It's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah,
You
like
already
the-
have those big matchups already.
Yeah.
That helps you in the ladder run when the committee chooses teams.
Oh right.
Oh,
I'm not saying that out of conference is irrelevant. I'm just saying I think rankings are irrelevant. I mean, your top tier programs are gonna stay top tier in college basketball for the most part. Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan State, Syracuse, Duke. Those teams are always gonna be
Yeah.
studs.
Can we make a case, or at least try, for other Illinois schools, Northwestern and U of I? Can we try to make a case for them?
Come on.
What would U of I pick to finish in the Big Ten? Anybody know?
Probably dead last. I don't know, but I can probably bet you dead
I
last.
mean, the only hope was Lovie Smith, and he won his first game.
Oh no, we're talking about basketball here, not
Well,
even
never
football.
mind.
I don't know how much it'll help on the
No.
basketball side.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never
Lovey's
mind.
recruiting the basketball players.
I mean,
That's
he
why
can
they
try
paid him
at
so much.
least,
No,
but
I thought it was football for some reason.
no, but no. Poor Northwestern. I don't think they've ever really. I mean, they made the NIT a couple years ago, but they're not really good at basketball. They're just kidding themselves.
They're one of those teams who always look like they're going to be good, and then just once conference play starts, falls apart.
They get like 2 ESPN games a year. That they're not gonna come on.
Right. I always hope that they do well, but it's not. It never pans out for me.
And
I think that's because I love Pat Fitzgerald. I know that's a football coach, but
Yeah.
it transitions over to the basketball side for it.
I don't know. I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard to want to go to Northwestern for basketball. The appeal is football, and there's not
Right.
even much appeal to go for sports in Northwestern, in my
Right.
opinion. It's just the
So just-
Chicago's Big Ten team, but it is really. Do you really think that Northwestern matters in that scenario in Illinois that much? They don't fill
Well-
out. They don't fill out the football stadium.
No.
They don't. They don't get any recruits for.
They do when Michigan plays.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Big Ten standings or what they're gonna say. Okay, so let's round
For
up
what? For basketball?
For basketball,
Okay.
and my gosh, sorry for. I mean, Rutgers is not gonna do anything. Rutgers is just gonna be pitiful. You got Northwestern and then Illinois. So that's the bottom three, and it is probably gonna be the
Rutgers,
bottom.
Northwestern, Illinois.
Yeah.
So we're
And
representing the state
then Penn
pretty
State
well.
at 4. If you run up the top 4, then Penn State above them. Because Penn State not really good. But other than that, I mean, too bad, too sad. I guess so sad. I guess. I mean, it's just not exciting.
The fact that U of I cannot recruit Chicago is
It's awful.
Well, yeah.
It's
How many
They
years
just, they
is
just
it?
go to Duke.
yeah.
Yeah.
Duke, Kentucky. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you know, the players that have come out of there in the past, 5 to 10 years.
And it's sad that we
It's one of
can
the best cities in the nation.
And it's sad to say
for basketball players,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's sad to say U of I almost
Or
a
Ohio
decade
State.
ago.
Or they go to Ohio State.
Yeah, and it's sad to say a decade ago, they were in the national championship with Darren Williams, and they can't recruit. Come on, it's awful.
Ever since
Thank you, Bill Self.
Deion Williams.
No, Darren
Darren
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah,
Darren
Yeah,
Williams.
He doesn't even.
He was the last one. He was the last one to come.
He's not.
through.
He's not even relevant anymore.
Hey, man, Jamie Richards
Yeah,
is
but
the
he
next
was the-
big
he
thing.
was
Yeah,
the
Jamie.
last-
Yeah, there we go.
He was the last big guy to come through.
And nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's sad, but I guess it's the state of Chicago basketball. They won't even. There's a couple of Chicago kids that come to NIU before they go to U of I.
Yeah.
That's saying something. I mean, granted, they're not top 5 recruits, but they're
Right.
still going to
Right.
NIU. They want to go to a place where there's corn to the. I mean, Champagne's not.
Champagne's like the same, but
But a partier
3
school.
hours
Yeah.
You
away.
got a better party school at least.
Yeah.
Top 50.
I mean, I guess what they got
Better
Kendrick
fans.
Nunn from Simeon. That,
No, he got kicked off the team, I thought.
I mean, yeah, I think so, but they still got him originally.
Yeah, but not anymore. He gone.
Yeah.
For
Fuck,
Cubs
his
fan,
ones
I
are back.
do think he gone a lot. But yeah, basketball in Chicago and basketball in U of I, Northwestern. It's just a big, huge sigh. But when we come back, folks, we're gonna talk nationally. Some team in Chicago, I think they're called the Cubs. They're World Series champions.
Who are they?
Yeah, they had a good year.
Who are they?
Who are the Cubs?
Who are they? I guess they're World Series champions. We'll talk about them.
What's
Hawk-
the World Series?
What's the World Series? The Hawks, they're on a roll. Bulls back on earth, and some NFL coverage. I don't know if we have a team in Chicago anymore.
we'll try to not talk about the Bears as much, but NFL's fun.
but you're or it's whatever. But we'll come back when we come back to Top Shelf. All right, and we're back on Top Shelf Podcast. We're minus another person, but hey, we're still going strong here.
Dropping
but-
flies.
Dropping like flies.
Dropping like flies, but we're going to continue with some World
Wait,
Series.
hold on. Let's just say we still got Alex here. We got Emmett, and we got Scott.
Yeah, those are the people. Don't worry. If you haven't heard our voices already, if you actually stuck with us, thank you for sticking with us. So let's go to the World Series recap. We can't say coverage anymore because it's over. And guys, I think we can all finally say, as all Cubs fans on this panel,
It has happened.
the Chicago Cubs are World Series champions. It's unbelievable. I'm still on a high. I don't even know. I'm still in a dream. Probably flying in a cloud somewhere. They're probably flying in a cloud. I know Fowler, Rizzo, and
And Zobrist.
they're on Jimmy Fallon.
They're on
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon.
Getting all the
tonight.
publicity this week, yeah.
Oh,
Russell Baez and Zobrist came back from Disney. It's been a great weekend. They deserve it. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Big round of applause.
Right.
Ben Zobrist, the MVP. But you had some points about a certain commercial a couple years ago.
So right, I definitely cried when I cried like a baby when they won.
Yeah.
A huge Cubs fan.
Yeah.
And in 2012, MLB The Show came out with a commercial about how when the Cubs won the World Series, And then I felt like they basically made fun of him.
Yeah, no.
Because basically, the Cubs fan, all of a sudden, you see the entire city of Chicago. It's just like, oh, the Cubs won the world. Like all the videos you saw this past weekend on Facebook and Twitter. But it stops with, the commercial ends with, just the fan playing MLB The Show, having the Cubs win the World Series. So and it said like only in a video game, like it's like so real it's unreal.
Yep.
That's what it was called. Like,
Yep.
and that just, and seeing it now, I'm just so happy that it happened. Like,
Yeah.
because the commercial just it felt like, because I watched the commercial, it felt like what happened this weekend, and it was amazing.
To add to that point really quick, I no longer have to play the video game.
Right. That too. Right.
Because I love the show.
I do too.
One of the most underrated sports games out there.
Yeah.
Especially 2016. This last edition.
It's
was
great.
Unreal. And yeah, that last season when they lost to the Mets, what did I do? All season, all off season, played the Mets all year. Just kick their behind all off season.
Right.
And I no longer have to reside to video games to feel that satisfaction to hear the Chicago Cubs have won the World Series.
And it's one of those things. I'm gonna bring it up now. This could be a dynasty in the making.
It could be.
I know it's a long shot, and dynasty is a big word to throw out there,
Especially in baseball.
Especially in baseball, but it's hard. And you got the even year with the Giants, but it could be our turn, guys.
No more curses. They broke it. I agree with you with that dynasty.
This team could be like the late 90s Yankees.
Yes, that's exactly who I think.
Yeah, the late 90s Yankees. And even early 2000s, too.
Even more comparable to the lineup that they boast, the 20s Yankees, the 27, the 28, 29. Those Yankees, the Bronx Bombers.
Yeah,
Yankees.
Comparing them to Ruth, Gehrig.
Yeah.
I mean, they already were comparing Schwarber to Ruth this World Series.
The Schwarbino, baby.
The
Schwarbino.
He's back 428 in the World Series, coming back from tearing his ACL. Come on, it's unreal.
How about that little knee wag he did in the 10th inning to the Cubs fans, saying, "Hey, I can get down the line, baby."
What Fox said was a 4.38, which is faster than most players in the NFL run at the combine. My gosh.
Yeah.
There were doubters that when he I'll admit I was a doubter when he came back, or when they brought him back for the World Series. I'm like, what if he goes 0 for 8 with 8 strikeouts in the first 2 games? Everyone's going to be, why did they do this? But he came through. The boy came through.
And here's the thing. So Fowler, what was the report today? They just gave him an offer.
Yeah, they gave him a qualifying offer. The Cubs did 17. The qualifying offer this offseason is, I believe, $17.35 million.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is a good offer, good for him.
That's like double what he was making,
exactly.
I believe. So
they gave him that offer, and then Jason Hamill earlier in the weekend they declined his offer. So congratulations. You leave the Cubs as a champion, so I'm not gonna bash anybody on this team.
You don't think they're bringing him back?
I don't think Montgomery's
gonna start the 5.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, Joe praises him, but let's think about the outfield for a second, because again, we're talking about Schwarber. So, if Dexter does not come back, this is the scenario if Dexter does not come back. You don't see a scenario where Schwarber plays left and not Albert Almora.
No,
it'll be Hayward.
No, it's got to be Hayward.
It's got to be Hayward.
And then Zobrist will go to right.
I think you trade Almora.
I think you trade Almora too for pitching.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Because you're losing.
He's not a leadoff hitter. He's not a power hitter.
But he could be.
No, I
He's never been a leadoff hitter.
I think
he doesn't bat leadoff in the minors right now. He doesn't steal bases. He's not your prototypical leadoff hitter. I would be more comfortable with Ben Zobrist and right and batting leadoff than I would Albert Almora.
I agree.
He does have the on base percentage.
I agree. And all these kids coming back. I mean, what Javier
Candelario.
Yeah. He'll probably be coming back. What's his name? The big guy coming in from AAA. That's going to be coming in a few years.
Eloy Jimenez?
Thank you.
Eloy. He's in AAA?
Is he
on
double?
He was in double at the end of the year.
I don't see him being up next year.
I could see him.
Maybe a September call-up.
Maybe a September call-up. Yeah.
I think their roster...
But regardless, in the future, he's coming up.
Oh, yeah. And, he could easily take the spot of Jorge Soler Mr. Fragile.
I think Jorge Soler is going to be traded this year.
I
too.
agree. I think it's going to be Almora Soler package. And
Getting some good bullpen. Because we need the bullpen.
That's what they need. Because they're not re-signing Aroldis.
Aroldis Chapman's going to get like some amazing deal.
From the Yankees.
From the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees are already reported to
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've also heard about Kenley Jansen.
Yeah, that's
coming to the Cubs.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, my God.
Coming to the Cubs.
They wouldn't give up a run.
I
They
like
wouldn't give up any run.
I like it.
I love it.
I love it. Pay him.
Yeah.
Pay the man.
Give it to him.
You know what I also think, and you're probably going to disagree with me. I don't think Rondon's going to stay here.
Is his contract up?
I don't think his contract up, but he did not have a good postseason at all whatsoever.
You know,
And
really
Joe lost trust in him. He didn't pitch.
Joe lost trust in a lot of his bullpens.
Yeah.
Even Pedro. And I thought Pedro had
yeah.
a solid postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. He trusted one person, and
Yeah.
that was Aroldis Chapman, and he overused him, and it almost cost him a championship.
Right. And he kind of, in my opinion, overmanaged this entire playoffs.
At least the World Series.
Yeah, at least the World
Not the whole
Maybe
entire
not-
playoffs.
He
maybe not
was
the entire
phenomenal
playoffs, but-
against San Francisco, making all the right moves against San Francisco.
Well, yeah,
and even LA. He made good moves against LA.
yeah. But
So-
I mean, especially in the World Series, like
Yeah.
Kyle Hendricks was dealing. Yeah, he got a couple runners on, but he could have gotten out of that and just nope. Let's bring in Lester. Lester the same thing. He got runners on. Nope, we're bringing in Chapman now.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Yeah, after going into the
Yeah.
game saying he wasn't going to put them in situations they weren't comfortable with, and I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Hendricks already he already proved he can pitch
Yeah.
in these high-profile
Right.
games. He clinched the freaking World Series.
Even in
A two-hitter.
yeah.
Like he pitched, what was it? 2 hits through 7 innings, or no? He went 7 plus.
Yeah.
I think he started the 8th, or
I
did
think
he go
he
7 2/3?
He gets 7 2/3.
Yeah. Regardless, he gave up a hit to the first batter and to the last batter, and retired everyone else in between.
Yeah. I'll agree with you guys on the Hendricks. Hendricks was pulled way too early. I thought to win that game easily, like we should have, not in one of the best baseball games in the world. That was
that I've ever witnessed.
that I've never witnessed a more, well, maybe because I'm a Cubs fan, but
Right.
a great a great game.
Yeah.
But Hendricks should have at least lasted 6. And if you're gonna use Lester, 7 and 8th.
Right.
And then if you overtax Chapman, you put him in the 9th. Get those last 3 outs. At least his arm would still be intact. But I don't agree with you with the Lester pulling.
Why not?
Because you bring Chapman, you're already riding the ship, and you're trying to clinch a World Series.
Now I know
And,
that
and
yeah,
Lester
okay.
is throwing up to 50 pitches. You expect Lester on 2 days rest to throw more than 60 or 70 pitches in that game?
It's the last game of the season. Yeah, I do. And he would do it.
That's why we brought
Yeah.
him here. That's why we signed him.
That's
to
also
be-
why we traded for Aroldis Chapman, to do what he did, overtax his arm.
I get
'Cause
it.
we're not paying for
Okay,
the arm.
so-
We
He
can't
so
keep
pitched
it.
the day before.
Yeah, let me pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Let me pose a better question then. Did he make a mistake by bringing him in Game 6?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a
yes,
huge-
that's a
that was
better
a 5-run
call.
lead.
That's
Yeah.
you have a 5-run lead. You should have at least brought him in the
Like,
8th or no, you
just-
should have brought him in the 9th.
Just the 9th.
Maybe,
ninth.
maybe at all. Like, why? I mean, I get you want to have your shutdown guy. It's playoffs, anything could happen, as we saw. But I didn't understand that move at
Yeah.
all. Like, why? You have Hector Rondon, where dealing all year before you brought Chapman over.
You had C.J. Edwards and Mike Montgomery too.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
But Rondon has proved in the postseason that he's not reliable.
Yeah, but so you bring him in for one hitter. You get the guy on, bring in the next guy. And I get that's risky, but it's not. It almost cost him the World Series because I had not seen Aroldis Chapman throw a fastball low all postseason.
He was throwing like 97, 98.
Yeah, and
The
it was
Davis
low
home run was 97 miles an hour.
and it was low in the zone.
Yeah.
Everything when he was on, it was it was around the belt and 102, 103, just lighting it up.
Yeah.
You could throw it right down the middle. Guys aren't going to catch up to that. So, it just.
I mean, it's a would have, should have thing,
Right.
Because we're standing here with a trophy.
It's all hindsight now,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
Who do you think partied the most?
Joe Madden,
Joe Madden.
Joe Madden partied the most?
David Ross.
I think David Ross did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Ross-
everywhere.
Dude, yeah.
No, I think Travis Wood did. My God, did you see him in his cameo? On the
I
parade?
was at the rally.
Were you?
I was at the rally, yes, and everyone, you see everybody like just in their uniforms and stuff. Like, wait, who's that one guy? He's not in a Cubs uniform. Look at the jumbotron because I was at Grant Park. Look at the jumbotron. Like, that is Travis Wood.
Yeah.
The I'm not gonna call him a redneck, but the hick, you know,
Yeah.
the hick of the team.
See,
Just
I was
okay,
expecting
there we
that
go.
from Lackey because he sported something
He is
similar.
too. Yeah.
He brought a whole large coffee mug. There's probably not coffee in there.
We're gonna.
Or if it's coffee, there's Bailey's.
There's
gotta be Bailey's in that
Safe to
coffee.
assume that it was
But
coffee.
I mean, they all deserve it. Those boys, they're setting us up for probably a dynasty,
let's
a possible dynasty.
You know, and I know we were. I mean, I don't know how old you guys were back in 03 and 02, but you know, I was 10, 11 years old.
I was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably 9.
Yeah, and that was all the talk then. You know, the dynasty. Their Cubs were set up for the dynasty with
The Sammy Sosa era.
yeah, that, and you had Mark Pryor, Kerry
Yeah.
Wood, Matt Clement. You know, all those guys coming up,
Matt
and
Clement, that's a name, man.
and you know, so I'm hesitant to use that word, but pitching and hitting and the Theo effect.
Mhm.
Holy smokes!
One thing about next season is that we just saw the Cubs win the World Series. I will be a lot more relaxed watching the games next year.
Yes,
I'll be a lot more relaxed.
It's gonna be one of those seasons. You're just gonna sit at the ballpark, pay for a ticket, drink a beer, eat a hot dog, and that's it.
and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
and not worry about
Mhm.
the last 108 years and Billy. And
And the last point I want to make was this Cubs team. Well, we're gonna talk about MVP and Cy Young voting, but before we talk about that, was this Cubs team one of the best teams ever?
hands down, yes.
Yeah, it's his.
Top
I mean,
five?
we're a little biased, but yeah.
When was the last time a team went start to finish just dominating everybody? You know, they
Yeah.
were the World Series favorite. I think I read or heard somewhere during the World Series, like the 98 Yankees was the last team to lead
Yeah.
from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. The first time the Cubs weren't World Series favorites was when they trailed 2-1 against Cleveland.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Even when
That's-
when they were down 2-1 against the Dodgers, everyone's like, this team can still come back.
Yeah.
And I felt that too.
right, yeah. The only time I was ever scared, and I'll admit I was a sad goose last Sunday evening, after they or before the game.
Saturday.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
You mean
last
Saturday
Saturday going into Sunday
Yeah.
night
When
was-
Cleveland took the 3-1
with
lead.
the 1-0 lead,
Yeah.
and you know that was a rough night for us all. I stayed hibernated that night.
Yeah, my fiance didn't like me that whole weekend. That was kind of a I was kind of yelling and being a jerk. But love you. But let's talk about MVP, Cy Young voting. We got some Rookie of the Year talk. MVP, it's got to be Chris Bryant.
Gotta be.
It's-
Hands down, is
I
Chris.
mean, hands down, yeah.
Hands down. There's no way.
The candidates are Chris Bryant
Corey Seager,
and Dana Murphy.
yeah.
But, I mean,
Not even
those...
Rizzo.
No, just those
No,
three.
just
Why not Rizzo? That's kind of disrespectful. He had a great year.
Because they got two... Because
you gotta pick one?
They're both on the same team.
Because you got to pick one.
Probably. They're both on the
Probs,
same team.
but like,
But he still had a great year.
Yeah.
It was a Brizzo effect for sure, but
I mean, look at their lines.
You have
So,
to.
you
You also
know,
have to look at wins above replacement. That is the big stat for determining the MVP.
yeah. And Chris Bryant is,
He leads that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, the fact and his versatility.
Mhm,
You know,
that
he
too.
played third, left, first,
Right.
right. You know, I think he got some time in center too. I
Yeah.
think he played a
Mhm.
couple innings
Yeah.
or a couple games in center. So
in the middle of the season, I thought he was going to be our future left fielder, but now
Same.
I'm questioning it.
Because we had Kyle Schwarber. That's why.
Yeah,
and I trust. You know,
because I thought we were going to trade him.
the big question before Brian got called up was he can't field. Can he? You know, and he's proven that he's. You know, if Nolan Arenado wasn't in the NL, you know, Bryant could. Even not say, you know, he could eventually turn into a Gold Glove third baseman. I'm not saying he will be, but I think if Arenado ever leaves the NL. Because Chris Bryant better never leave the Chicago Cubs. if that, you know, lock him up now.
No, that'd be a sad
Yeah.
day. But okay, so we're going over MVP obviously, but Cy Young is very tricky.
We got two Cubs in there.
Got two
We
Cubs.
had two Cubs, but I think it's gonna be Scherzer.
You think it's going to be
think
Scherzer?
Why would it be Scherzer?
Why-
Kyle Hendricks just proved to the world. I hate the Cy Young
Right.
voting because I want the Cy Young voting,
doesn't
not
have-
just regular season, because he does have the best ERA in the regular season, but he also
Had it in the postseason.
had the dominant postseason.
That's
Look-
right, but they look. I mean, this is regular season numbers, and look at Max Scherzer. He had that 20 strikeout game.
Yeah.
He was really the only dominant pitcher the Nationals had. I mean, they had some good pitchers, but Strasburg was good.
was hurt
but
all year.
He got hurt, yeah.
And there went that.
But Scherzer was their pitcher. He was their guy, and that's why. I mean, you got to give him the credit for Cy Young.
I think it'd be
comes
so-
at 3. You know.
It's so disrespectful for Kyle Hendricks, man.
he doesn't
A lot
have the
of people-
sexy stats that.
The sexy stats, he leads the league in ERA.
You know,
213.
That's
there's
the
also a
most
lot of people that
overrated
think
stat.
Lester deserves it over Hendricks.
No.
There's a
am
lot
one of those people.
Yeah, I think he does too.
Why?
More wins,
His-
more
which-
quality starts.
I
Wins
think-
is also kind of an overrated
no
stat for pitchers.
wins. Yeah,
Yeah.
worst stat
Yeah.
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 I agree.
I mean,
but,
Felix Hernandez won with, 14?
right. I think he was like 14 and 13 or something
Yeah.
like that. But I mean, he also,
Struck
Just-
out everyone. And
I'm talking back to John Lester.
Lester.
Like he's just everything you want in an ace, except maybe the occasional pickoff move.
Yeah,
but
which he needs to learn how to do that in the offseason.
No,
he
doesn't.
won't.
No, he doesn't.
He won't.
No, he does not. He does not need to learn how to pick up move. But okay,
No, he definitely does. Ross isn't going to be here to help him out anymore. I mean, Wilson might try, but watch him throw it into right field.
No, Wilson,
no,
man,
he's
he needs to learn how to frame pitches.
Yeah, he frames it like a high school kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Coming all the way across. Yeah.
yeah.
But so you got 2 for. Okay, so 1 Scherzer, 1 Hendricks, 1 Lester. Or what?
I think that's what
I think that's what's going
That's
on
what
here.
we're going on?
I think that's
Wow.
what's going on here.
All right, that's gonna be fun. So what about we got Rookie of the Year? What is it? Corey Seager.
It's Corey Seager.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Corey
hands
Seager.
down Corey Seager.
I mean, it's between Trey Turner and
Corey Seager.
Maeda.
Yeah.
It's Corey Seager.
Yeah,
By the way, for all you people, we're just going over the NL. We're not going over the AL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just letting everybody know, we're going over the National League. But yeah, it's got to be Corey Seager. There's no doubt. That man's it.
He's the second. He'll be the second runner-up for MVP, or the first runner-up for MVP. So
You think really over Murphy?
yeah, Murphy had the average, but he didn't really do much. And he
had
kinda,
the RBIs.
He kind of teetered off towards the end of the year. He got cold.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I
except-
lost a bet with a friend about that he would win the batting title or not.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
With DJ LeMahieu.
Yep.
Okay, so then we'll move on to Manager of the Year. It's not Joe.
No,
It'll be Dave Roberts.
Yeah, Dave Roberts.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
First year taking a team to the NLCS.
And
Did not
and
have-
going
Do
to-
they factor that? I don't know. Is it like the rest of the voting?
No, I think what it is, what's going to factor for him is losing Clayton Kershaw for half the season.
Yeah, that
Right.
too. Kershaw was
And
gone
that
for
was when
most
they
of the
played
season.
their best too.
Yeah.
I mean, they were. I wrote them off. I wrote them off.
I thought the Giants were just going to
But they
take
had
away the West.
They had an awful second half.
Yeah,
The Giants.
Yeah,
This was a terrible second half.
they had. I think the second or third worst second half in the NL.
So, I mean, we're all in agreement. Dave Roberts.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know if you guys want to go over AL. Get some AL love.
Yeah, we can do it.
yeah.
Real quick. MVP, I'll probably go with Mookie Betts. Cy Young, Porcello. Manager of the Year. I don't remember who's in contention for that.
I don't. Who's in contention for the Manager of the Year in the American League?
That's a great question.
Well, the
Is
rookie-
Terry Francona?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would give it to Terry Francona.
But maybe
Cleveland wasn't supposed to be doing anything this year. They were too young.
Mhm.
They were
they were the Cubs.
Cubs
last year,
of 2015, and they made it to the World Series. So if they factor that all in, it's gotta be Terry Francona.
Yeah.
What does it say about Terry Francona, man? He's such a good manager.
Who's better, Madden or Francona?
Ooh.
Right now, you gotta say Madden because he's the World Series champion.
Yeah.
But overall, Terry Francona.
Yeah, I think Madden is
Madden's
better
third.
player manager.
Yeah.
I think he's. I'm not saying
He's a
taking
great player
anything away
manager.
from Francona because you see the way he is with the play. He
Yeah.
loves, But I think
Yeah,
Francona is a better in-game manager.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Well, I mean, we saw in Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also just ran out of pitching because he relied on 3 huge pitchers that whole entire
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Which those were the only dominant ones he had.
All right, we got Spark Notes now. I'm glad.
Oh,
I'm very.
sparking it up.
We lost the Spark Notes now.
Oh no!
Oh no! Now we lost the Spark Notes. I don't know what I did. Technology stinks.
We got I know. Well, AL Michael Fulmer is going to win the Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, definitely.
I mean, if he qualified, he would have won that ERA title.
Mm-hmm.
He missed it by a third of an inning.
Gary Sanchez, maybe, you know.
If he would have played a full season, yes.
I think even if he played a half season.
I think Gary's gonna win it. I think that 20. He did something unreal.
Yeah,
That's true. But he didn't play a whole season.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that all that?
No, that's not all. Okay, so
also MVP, you know, like, I mean, I said Mookie Betts, but do you Mike Trout?
David Ortiz?
David Ortiz is
the greatest send-off you would give that man is the MVP award.
Yeah, but he doesn't play the field. I think that's the main reason why.
Okay, so managers of the year for the American League are Jeff Bannister of the Texas Rangers. No. Terry Francona and Buck Showalter. So it's Terry Francona.
I wouldn't rule out Jeff Bannister, man. They were not predicted to make the playoffs this year.
It's definitely not Buck. I'll tell you that.
It's definitely
Does
not
anybody like Buck Showalter?
I like Buck Showalter.
I think the way he managed the wild card game, like, why don't you put in Britain?
Yeah. No,
I don't know why he didn't.
But I think what are we thinking?
I'm saying Terry.
Yeah, Terry. Definitely Terry.
I think so.
And then you got your Cy Young finalists, Corey Kluber, Rick Porcello, and Justin Verlander.
I just want to mention really quick for my, Detroit natives. Look how many former Detroit Tiger pitchers there are in the AL.
Calm down.
But no.
And then one of them's gonna win the Cy Young, which is Rick Porcello. So
you think so?
Yeah,
I think it's JV, and that could be my bias.
I think that's
there's a lot of bias going in that one.
Your bias, man.
And he had spare for maybe 2 or 3 games early in the season when he gave up like 7 or 8 runs, and I only know this because I had him on my fantasy team because I predicted him to have.
And he's not a Detroit Tigers fan.
No, not at all, not at all. But he had an electric year. Baseball, they don't. Do they have a comeback player of the year award?
I don't know.
Because he would win it. He would win
that.
But
I'll give Justin Verlander that award.
Who's the other candidate?
Corey Kluber and Rick Porcello.
Yeah,
it's got to be Rick Porcello.
It better not be Corey Kluber. I'm tired of hearing.
But Rick Porcello was that whole when you have David Price in Boston and he does nothing.
Yeah,
you've got to give it to Rick Porcello. He overachieved and he deserves it. But that's a lot of baseball talk, guys.
Let's move on to the NFL.
Let's move on to the NFL, and I think we're just gonna move on to picks. I think we have. I don't want to talk about Jay Cutler.
Next week's picks for week 10 in the NFL.
We're already on week 10.
We're on week 10.
Has anyone paid attention because of the Cubs?
Right. Right. Especially in Chicago, like, oh man, you gotta watch the Bears. Anyways, week 10,
Go Bears.
Thursday night game. That's gonna be the Browns-Ravens. I got the Ravens. Do you guys have the Browns?
How about these prime time matchups?
I brought that up on the Triangle last night. Primetime matchups? Are you kidding me? I know the NFL has a contract that you have to have everybody play a primetime game, but Thursday night football that nobody watches anyway, so you're gonna put a crappy game.
I say just put the bad game on Thursday night every week.
Why is the NFL adopting give everyone a trophy rule? Like, why?
Give everybody a medal,
right.
Which is why the ratings are down.
There's a lot of other things, but if we're picking this, really, it's got to be Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
No
at home. There's just no way. The Browns are hopeless.
Yeah,
they're hopeless.
All right, and then we got Bears-Bucks. I'm going Bears.
What?
That's not.
It's not a bad decision.
Jabu is gonna throw everywhere. Jameis? Oh, come on.
So, the Bucks haven't been that promising.
If smoking Jay Cutler plays like he did against Minnesota, maybe
I think he'll show up. I think he's playing for his job, man. I think he's gonna show up.
I said the name. I said the infamous name. I don't want to talk about it. But I'm just picking the Bucks.
All right, Packers-Titans. I'm gonna go Titans.
Yeah. I'm
gonna go Titans. Packers are slumping.
I want to pick Titans.
Damn Capers. He's gone.
He's done.
He's gone.
Yeah.
His defense is pitiful.
Yeah.
Other than Clinton Dix, who had a good game last week. Yeah, you gotta laugh at that name every time.
Yeah.
But but Aaron Rodgers, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Can we call him? Can we speed dial? Are you and Olivia okay? if not, just send her our way. I don't know. Like
DeMarco Murray's gonna run over the defense.
I think the Titans are I guess Cinderella, what a surprise team of the year. I mean, I didn't pick them to do anything this year. I love Marcus Mariota. I just didn't think DeMarco Murray was going to be anything. So
he's helping my fantasy. That's but Tennessee, the AFC South is pitiful.
Yeah. All right. So Vikings, Redskins. I'm gonna go Vikings.
No.
No. I think I think the Vikings are gonna come back.
They're done.
Who's gonna win this?
Washington. The team that plays in Washington is gonna win. I don't say that name. Okay. But Washington. But it's just. There's no way. Minnesota, they've shown what they are without Teddy Bridgewater. They don't have an offense, and without Adrian Peterson.
Do you think Sammy's gone? Sammy's not as good as everyone thinks he was going to be?
Did you really think Sam Bradford was going to lead this team?
He was the revolution, baby.
You never knew.
The revolution of losing now because now they're just done.
I hope so.
Minnesota's done. Detroit's going to win.
Now that North Turner's gone, they're just going to tank.
No, Detroit's winning the North.
I hope so. I picked them to finish second to last.
Oh boy! All right. Well, Chiefs Panthers. I'm going Panthers. It's in Carolina. I mean KC. I mean the
Carolina is not what they were.
The AFC West. That is like the most dominant division this year. But I'm still gonna go Panthers.
Because even if the fact that the Chargers are good in that division, Chargers are a sneaky team.
Yeah, Chargers are a sneaky.
They're winning
team.
games. But yeah, it's got to be Chiefs for me. But
you think so?
What do you think, Scott?
I think Cam's gonna play at home. He's gonna come to play.
Chiefs are never a sexy pick for me because they never do anything, but they always screw me in my pick'ems league. So I'm gonna pick against them, and I'm gonna go Panthers.
There we go. All right, Falcons, Eagles. I got Falcons. Definitely Falcons.
Philadelphia's who we thought they were.
Yeah.
We are who we thought they were.
Yeah, they're trash, and Carson Wentz was a farce.
Yeah, you think Carson Wentz?
No, I'm sorry.
I think Carson Wentz is gonna be good.
Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah. I meant what he was putting on as the first few games was a farce for his rookie season. Mm-hmm. He's kind of come down. Not kind of. He has come back down to earth.
Right. All right. Rams, Jets. I'm going Rams.
That's another conversation we need to have. What do they put in Jared Goff?
Yeah, they need to put him in. Case Keenum is awful. He's terrible.
He's losing games for them.
Jeff Fisher is too stubborn.
Jeff Fisher needs to also leave LA.
Jeff Fisher needs to be done with the NFL.
The 8-8.
Yeah, his 8-8 streak, man. He's always 8-8.
Yeah.
He probably will.
Which is why he always has another job.
Exactly. Good enough to take a team to 8. Crappy team to 8-8, and bad enough to take a good team to 8-8.
But it's got to be Rams because the Jets are fooling themselves. And Ryan Fitzpatrick's gonna throw 6 more picks.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds about right.
Next game, we got Broncos Saints. I'm going Saints. The Saints
always
have. It's always a shootout with the Saints. Yeah. It's always a high-scoring game. It's like high 30s, and Drew Brees at home
just dominates.
Yeah, he's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, it's the Superdome factor. Yeah, you gotta pick.
Even though the Broncos are a great team this year, even with
Trevor
Simeon, but still, that defense. But yeah, Saints. Texans, Jags in Jacksonville. I am going with the Texans.
Upset.
Brock Lobster.
Wow, that is an upset.
I have a lot of Jags in fantasy this year, and they've just upset me this whole
Allen
year.
Robinson has done nothing. Where have you been?
And Blake Bortles only comes to play in the fourth quarter.
I want to just say that I was drafted Allen Robinson after telling somebody else to draft Nuke, and it has screwed my entire season. So thank you, Dustin Straits.
There we go.
You piece of crap.
Oh.
All right, next
we got Dolphins Chargers in San Diego.
Chargers, man.
I'm going Dolphins, man.
Chargers.
Jay's gonna run.
Is not gonna do.
He's gonna run the floor. With that defense.
Let's be real here. The Chargers are sneaky good. We're talking about the West.
Good,
but they've won some games. They won at Atlanta. So I think the Chargers. They're not for real. They're an 8-8, maybe 9-7 team, but they're good enough to beat the Dolphins.
I think they are too, but I still think the Dolphins will win. I think a Jay is just too hot right now.
Tannehill for Cutler.
Tannehill. What? Okay, whatever. All right, Cowboys Steelers. I'm going Steelers, just in Pittsburgh. Cowboys are a great team. Cowboys are a great team, But the Steelers at home, and the Steelers are a great team. I think they're going to beat them.
No, they're not.
It's going to be an upset.
They just lost to the Ravens.
I wouldn't even call that an upset. Yeah, okay, they can't score.
They can call
You
us.
never know. They'll come back. They're coming back next
Roethlisberger
week.
will be healthy.
They're coming back
hopefully,
next week.
because my fantasy team needs him to be healthy. They've lost 4 straight since he's gone down. However, that's not the craziest pick. But,
See? Yeah.
but
Come on.
Steelers defense is terrible.
4 words.
It is bad, but...
4 words for the next pick. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. No said.
All right. Well,
The dink and dunk Dak Prescott.
Dink and Dunk. Can we? Is that the new nickname? Can we call him that? The Dink and Dunk?
Yeah.
Woo! I like that. Copyrighted.
it could
Top
be.
Shelf.
It could be.
Copyrighted Top Shelf.
All right. Now we got Niners Cardinals. It's in Arizona. Going
Niners.
Cardinals. You going the Niners?
Niners. Kyle's got to win a game, right?
Ugh.
He's got to win a game, and the Cardinals are not who we thought they were. But
Yeah.
really, they're a really bad football team.
They're not good.
They're not.
I'm sorry, Larry. I'm sorry, Carson, but you got to retire.
It's
this year.
That's who it is. It's Carson
Carson?
Palmer. He is not what he was playing like last year before he got injured. I think that.
I just
went down
hope-
with the
yeah.
concussion last
Yeah.
year. Right?
Mhm.
I think it just messes.
And for my belief for the Bears to at least try to get a number 2 pick, they need to lose. So
Yeah.
I mean the 49ers need to win. So 49ers.
I would also love for Carlos Hyde to come back and do well that game, but we'll see.
I think a lot of Indianapolis would.
And now we got Seahawks Patriots, old Super Bowl rematch.
Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week. Sunday night game, by the way.
Finally, a good marquee
Yeah.
matchup. Holy
What? Last you didn't watch Sunday's game? It was a good game. Finally back in Oakland for a decent Raiders team.
was a
Okay,
good
you're
game,
right. You're
but
right. You're right. Sorry.
Raiders are finally
I
good.
love the Raiders. I love Derek Carr. I love
The
Amari
Raiders.
Cooper. I love it. It's good for football when the Raiders are good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like. Yeah.
I'm going with
I'll be honest. I don't catch a lot of Sunday night games.
Oh, you're-
So
I mean, doing what you do on a weekday basis.
Yeah.
But
So-
anyways, who do you got?
I'm going with the Pats.
yeah.
Well,
Tom
yeah,
Brady.
that's-
yeah.
Tom Brady.
Cam Brady. And then the Monday night game, it's kind of another whatever. It's the Bengals Giants.
Tie. Can I call it tie?
You want to go with a tie? You want to go with a tie?
I'm gonna go with a tie.
Love it.
The
Tie.
Bengals are gonna have 2 ties in 2 weeks in a row.
Oh.
The Bengals aren't that good except for AJ Green, who is a dark horse for the MVP.
All right.
But it's because the wide receiver doesn't get any love because you have a QB thrown on him. I'm sorry, Andy Dalton's not an elite QB. AJ Green's
he needs a better quarterback.
Brad
He's a
Stafford
bully.
MVP.
Well, I mean, Eli is definitely going to show up that game, and he's going to throw to OBJ, and that's how the Giants are going to win.
I'm gonna go for a tie.
You want a tie?
I like it.
Giants are winning.
This guy bets
right.
0-0 all the
Double
time.
zero, baby.
What are you thinking? Like, what, 21-21?
I'm thinking
Will
like
there be a touchdown?
No,
there would be 24-24 at least.
Here's what will happen for your scenario. It'll be like 28-28 going into the overtime. Robbie Gould's going to have to kick it. With seconds left, he misses the kick. Tie game.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a 51-yarder, and he's gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to go against you. I'm going to go Bengals.
Bengals.
Even though they
Bengals?
suck,
the Bungles.
I'm going to play
Bengals.
devil's advocate with
Mark.
that one, and I'm going to go Bengals.
All
I think Andy Dalton will get the ball to A.J. Green 8 times for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Bold prediction of the week.
Before we go, I'm gonna have three bullet points get to you right fast. 1, Bulls just finished their game. They beat the Orlando Magic. Yeah, that's not
112 to 80.
112 to 80. Congratulations, you.
All right, Bulls.
Hawks 6-game winning streak. Hope to do some more damage. The PK's I think finally back, folks.
First place, Chicago Blackhawks.
First place, but it doesn't really matter in hockey, so
You just got to make it.
it really doesn't matter. And what?
We just got an
Oh,
update.
come on. No. We just have an update. Justin Verlander creates spreadsheet with season stats to defend his case for that. No, get out of here. That's not. Okay, so 4
Thank you,
points.
Bleacher Report.
No. Thank you for telling me who's going to lose that. But anyways, this is my last one. This isn't a sports thing, but go vote. Go
Yes,
vote.
it is
Go vote. Go
election.
vote.
Vote.
Election.
Whoever you are voting for, whether it be Stein, Clinton, Trump, or Johnson, or Kanye 2020, you have to vote, folks. You have the privilege as an American to vote for who you want to run this country, so please do so. All right, it's been Top Shelf Podcast. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll
Thank
be
you.
right back on Monday for some more sports news. And as always, go Huskies. Good night, everybody.